Hello there, this is Rachel from Sage Beauty, and this is the look I created with the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership to Sublime palette, which I have wanted for years, and now I have it. There is the outer component, beautiful. Here is the actual palette case itself, very heavy and luxe. There are the details, and there are the shades, the list of shades. Here I'm showing you the actual pans. Absolutely stunning colour story, as you can see. Here is a swatch of the top row of shades in the palette. And here is the bottom row, including the Astral Blitz shade there, that white shifty shade at the end near my wrist. And the wonderful black, really, really good black. So I've primed my lids as usual, done my brows as usual, just tapping on the shade dark in the outer V there of the eye to create that lift effect. Tapped on, no fallout, fantastic quality. And a really good mid-tone brown. Just using it there as a bit of a liner shade now. You can see I haven't even dipped my brush back in the palette again. That's how much pigment is imparted on one dip. Just doing a little bit of buffing and blending there. I've only slightly sped up the footage here. So this is basically in real time, and you can see that there's very little effort required in putting on these mattes. Now there are only 2 mattes in the palette, but they are very user-friendly. Going in with the shade Copper Toned, wow. Possibly the most true copper toned shadow I've ever used, and just stunning. Yes, it is a shimmer shade, but it's in between a satin matte and a metallic, and smoothing. It actually smoothed out the textured skin on my lids and flattered the lids, the texture in the lids, much more than I anticipated it would. Then I've gone in with the Astral Ghost Orchid shade, which is that shifty shade that Pat McGrath, the sort of shade she's most famous for. And this is very effortless, I have to say. So I've gone in there with the shade Skin Show Glow as an inner corner highlight. It's almost a wet shadow, very easy to use as an inner corner highlight, and it's not too icy as well, which I also like, because sometimes they can be too white, but this one actually just really did show the skin and give it a glow. So the description of the shadow is really accurate, and once again very smoothing and flattering on the textured lid area. So luxury makeup this is a very expensive palette. I got it at Sephora, 20% off in the mega brand sale. But, you know, for ease of use, and if this is the sort of colour story that you like, and you're going to use these shades a lot, then it's probably worth buying, investing in it, and then you know the quality is going to be good. Just buffing and blending there with a little bit more of that dark shadow on a fluffy brush. I reckon you could take this look from day to night, with a bit of liner, maybe a pair of false lashes, and that would be enough. Just popping on a bit of MCO Beauty Extend Lash Mascara, which is a tubing mascara in black brown. The Makeup Forever Pore Minimizing Primer, which is fairly new to me, but I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't sure at first, but I'm quite sure now. It is a good product. It definitely minimizes pores, it blurs, and it's very velvety. The Makeup Forever HD foundation in 1N14. I wasn't sure about the shade at first. I'm also now sure that it is right for me. It has a gel-like texture. It actually is self-setting and is perfect for the warmer weather. Gives decent coverage. I'd say medium buildable coverage. I put on one pump there for the bulk of my face, and I did go back in with to get a little bit more just to make sure that my neck and my forehead were covered, as you'll see. Yeah, just a tiny bit more to make sure the pigmentation on my forehead is neutralized. Not using a concealer today, tapping it into the skin, making sure that it's blended properly. Just adding a touch more to cover the redness there, a little bit red today. Really, I would have used one full pump all over my face if I'd measured it. Now I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Translucent Finishing Powder, which is quite good. It's finely milled. It does have a white cast to start with, but don't be put off by that because it will fade. And it is a good under eye setting powder. So if you have texture like I do, don't be afraid. It will work for you. It is quite velvety and soft, and I didn't get any, puffs of powder up my nose like I sometimes do with a loose powder. This one seems to have enough emollient element in it that it doesn't do that. And as you can see, the white is already starting to go away. And blurring. It has blurred. Although I did get some pinprick dots on my nose afterwards, that did go away once I applied the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, which is a very pleasant fixing spray. Next, I'm going in with an old favourite, Huda Beauty Tan Tour in Fair, one of my Project Pan items. And yes, yet again, using my fingers. I have stopped using brushes for these sorts of products lately. It's summertime here in Australia, and I am getting a little bit of colour in my skin anyway, so I probably don't need to be using the contouring products as much as I have been. I know this isn't a cool tone contouring shade, it's a bronzer shade, but for me, I do not like contour shades. They are too grey. They make me look grey, and that is not what I want. I would much rather have a warmth in my skin, especially at this time of year. Actually, any time of year, I'd rather have a warmth in my skin. So this, for me, is my preference. It went over very, very well over the foundation, I have to say. I've had no trouble with other products with this foundation. An underused product in my collection, Fenty's Cream Blush in Petal Poppin'. I'm just not sure about this shade, to be honest. I'm still not sure. I like it, but I don't love it. And that's probably why I haven't used it very much. So my favourite bronzer, on the other hand, Fenty Beauty's Shady Biz 02. It's the powder bronzer. My gosh, I just love this product. And I am going to buy another shade in it. The next shade up, I think. Has an excellent shade range. this product. I really like doing that, putting it on the bridge of, down the side of my nose and on the tip of my nose. Using a new product, Cheeky Business from Mecca Max, which is an Australian brand. It's a face palette. So I'm using that lighter pink shade, which goes well with the Fenty Cream blush, I have to say. It is imparting some pigment there, but not crazy amount, and I like that. Then I'm using one of the highlighters there, the more champagne one, just for a little bit of glow, not too much. I like to use a fan brush for highlighters to have control. So my favourite brown eyeliner is Fenty Beauty's Fly Liner in Truffles. It is a warm tone brown and easy to use. That's it. That's all I have to do. It is so easy. It never skips. It never smudges. I've purchased it. The Huda Beauty Lip Contour have fast become my favourite lip liners. I've now got 3 shades. This is my newest one in Sand Beige, a beautiful 90s nude, beige nude, and I've been looking for a replacement for my favourite ever lip pencil in in a similar shade. It's no longer available. So I thought, well, I know I like this formula, so I'm going to buy another one of these, and I'm very happy I did. The long wear on these pencils is excellent, but they do not grab and they glide over texture. So I'm using another one of my Huda Beauty lip contours here in pinkish brown. I've used this a lot, so that's why I'm having to wind it up so much. And I'm basically using this to provide a pinkness to the lip, but I really do still want that contour line, almost 90s style, on the outside of the lip. And another classic lip product from the 90s, MAC Comfort Matte Lipstick in Honey Love, just to seal the deal. Not drying, good matte, comfort matte. I always have trouble doing my lips because they're so asymmetrical. So this is the finished look. Bit of more of the fixing spray, and that's it. Thank you for watching.